I thought this week we could spice things up and start out the video with a joke. So an ear of corn and a bar of iron walk into a bar. Just kidding, they don't walk anywhere because commodities can't walk. Idiot. Well, now that I think about it, some commodities do walk, like slaves in the past or farm animals today. But they walk where their masters tell them to walk, and they certainly don't walk themselves into the marketplace. And if the commodity doesn't want to be in the marketplace, the owner of the commodity or the master of the commodity can force them to be there. So because commodities don't end up in the market on their own, they are brought there by the owners of the commodities, who therefore act as sort of the guardians of the commodities. We must take into account their role in the marketplace. It is the owners of commodities who place the commodities in relation to one another. And in order to do so, each owner must acknowledge the other's right of property to their commodities. But to each owner, they don't really view the other owners as people, but rather mere representations of their commodities on the marketplace. Characters who appear on the economic stage are but personifications of the economic relations that exist between them. So this analysis isn't really focusing on any individuals particularly, but rather the economic roles that exist within the marketplace. So while we analyze the social environment for exchange through the roles that exist for people within it, we should remember that these roles are made up by tons of people, and also that individuals may switch between different economic roles quite rapidly. For example, you might spend your whole morning being the seller of frozen yogurt, and when you get off work, you might stop at the grocery store on the way home, in which case you switch to the role of buyer. So let's look at the marketplace. The market appears to us as a non-coercive environment that we can go to exchange our commodities. Nobody is forcing you to go there and trade, and you expect to receive an equal sum of value for the commodity that you give. The owner brings their commodity to the market because it possesses for them no immediate use value, except perhaps that it is a commodity they are able to trade. And therefore they can use that commodity to obtain other commodities that actually have use values for them. So in this sense, all commodities are really non-use values for their sellers and use values for their buyers. And this reality means that commodities are really prone to being exchanged. And this rapid amount of exchange that follows is where money begins to form. Or money crystallizes out of the process of exchange, and by doing so, develops the opposition between use value and value, which is latent in the nature of the commodity. So let's expand on this idea for a moment longer. Commodities can't exist on the market without some degree of use value being contained within them. And so buyers seeing commodities as having use values is what allows them to be on sale in the first place, and to have value expressed as exchange value. And without labor, that use value that buyers are seeing would not exist. So whether labor has been useful or not, by creating use values, is proven by the act of exchange. Therefore, at this stage, commodities do not have a value form that is separate from use value. But as the number and variety of commodities exchanged increases, the need for a value form increases as well. So repeated exchange creates the social reality in which owners don't feel a real connection to the commodities they own, and this development is closely aligned with the development of money. So lastly, we look at the money commodity itself. There is also a duality of money, both as a commodity, as a product of labor, and as an object with a special social function as the universal equivalent. As its special social function, it is easy for money to be replaced with mere symbols of itself. This ability to be easily replaced is not really surprising in that every commodity is a symbol, since as value, it is only the material shell of the human labor expended on it. But the difficulty in analyzing money is not how money is a commodity, but how a commodity becomes money. The riddle of the money fetish is therefore the riddle of the commodity fetish, now become visibly and dazzling to our eyes. With the fetish of money firmly in place, individuals are no longer able to make individualistic, conscious decisions in regards to their relationship with production. And I assume more reasoning for this is going to be put in the next chapters of the book. There is no opt-out of the market, there's no opt-out of the system, and on that note, I'll see you guys next time for chapter 3 on money. Hey, congratulations for making it through chapter 2 of Das Kapital. If you loved it, hit that subscribe button down below. If you hated it, hit that subscribe button down below. I'm looking forward to seeing the final vote.